Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to tackle a very tackle. Today we're going to tackle a very very heavy topic. Today we're talking about things forgotten, things left behind, things started and never finished, things that seek your attention, things that want to be finished, the things you started and never finished want to be finished. But you're busy with something else. We're talking about video game backlog. That's it. Hopefully that's good. So, for those who don't know, you're probably asking, what is video game backlog? Video game backlog is essentially games that you may have started and then stopped playing to start a new one, and you just never came back to it, right? So basically, it's games that you still have yet to finish. Some people can sit there and play through one game and finish it, and then go on to the next, which is cool. That's great. And we're talking about games that are like story, you know, storytelling games, single player experiences. Well, it doesn't have to be single player experiences, but like the storage driven games. We're not talking about online multiplayer games, obviously, because those are just you just play them whenever. You just go pick them up and play them whatever. I don't have a very big backlog actually. Um, but with the introduction of me just getting a Switch recently, I dropped some games I was playing on PC that I was playing through. So, because you get a new console and it's like I gotta play all the games that I got. So I'm gonna run through my backlog. That's it. I'm just gonna run through my own personal backlog and how I got out of them and how I got into them and things like that, and kind of how backlog happens to me, like how I cause my own gaming backlog. So let's start with how it happens. It's typically what happens is I'll be playing through this game, and it might be a game I've already played before, or it's a game where I'm less inclined to keep playing it, and this new game that I've never played before comes out recently, or this new game that I've never played before, like I buy it and I want to play it. Not that it comes out, but it's an old game that I just haven't played yet. So I got my Switch. I got Skyward Sword HD. I know people say it's not worth it. I really like it. I think it's a good port. I mean, sure, it could use a little bit of extra content, but to be honest, they were never gonna add extra content to that game. It's just it is what it is. But I actually was really enjoying it. But then I was like, oh, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is gonna be coming out, and I've been meaning to play 2. And I played Xenoblade Chronicles like the original on Wii like 8 years ago, right? And I enjoyed it. So I was like, okay, I want to play Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It's a game I've never played before. I've already played Skyward Sword back on the Wii, so I was more inclined to stop playing Skyward Sword HD to start Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and that's what I'm playing through right now is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And then Chronicles 3 I'll play when it comes out in September. It looks fantastic, but I do want to see more of it in more trailers to come if they bring out any more trailers, which I'm sure they will. A lot of really cool Switch games coming down the line, by the way. So that's typically what happens. Skyward Sword HD, I'd already played Skyward Sword before, so I was more inclined to stop playing Skyward Sword to pick up Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Then, once I finish Xenoblade 2, I will go back and finish Skyward Sword HD. Maybe. It's just like I still got Near Replicant, the 2021 remaster, remake, whatever you want to call it, of Near Replicant. I still got that to finish, and like, so I might go back to that after Xenoblade. I don't know, but I want to finish Skyward Sword first, and then go back to Near Replicant. You see you see how this? It's just like I want to finish this, I want to finish that, and it's just that's how backlog happens. You start a new thing, and then you're like, I'm gonna go back and finish that, but I gotta finish this first. So as a send off before. well, not really a send off, but just the next part of the video, which is going to be the last part. I knew this was going to be a shorter video. It wasn't going to take me long to talk about this because it's pretty simple. It's a very simple concept. I'm just going to list off a bunch of games that are in my backlog. Okay, I'm just going to start listing them off the top of my head, and I'll probably forget some, but that's okay. These are games that I started and never finished, and I'm actually going to include some games that I bought and never started as well, because that's also technically kind of backlog, I guess. Neo, The World Ends With You, Bayonetta, Nier Replicant, Skyward Sword HD, Tales of Berseria, Dust, and Elysian Tale, which I did complete once, by the way. I'm just on backlog on my second playthrough of that game. Sonic Adventure 2, Borderlands 2, Black Mesa, Little Nightmares, Nights into Dreams, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Sonic Mania, Titan Souls, The City of Final Fantasy, the one on PSP, Portal Reloaded, Prey, Control, all of my second playthroughs of the Kingdom Hearts games that I started and didn't finish, Drakengard 3, Persona 5, and those are the ones I can think of right off the top of my head. I'm probably forgetting a bunch, but that's the list, and that's games I need to finish. I should play through Persona 3 again.